Hey guys, so I know I haven't done a tea with tea in a while. As you guys know, I have been crazy busy. Kalia's ending school, I think June 28th or June 26th of this year. So it has been ridiculous. So basically during that time that I've been on this small hiatus from my regular content, I had gotten a message from this girl that I helped like so long ago, and I didn't think that she would ever remember, but yeah. So basically what this video is about is I want to talk to you guys about just being a good person, like just reaching out to people, helping people out, just doing random acts of kindness just because, not because you want anything out of it, but just because it's common courtesy and it's the right thing to do. My whole entire life, like since I was ever since I was a kid, that's just how I've always been. I just like helping people. Like it's the weirdest thing, but I just genuinely like to help people. I like making sure people are okay. I like making sure that nobody ever feels like I used to feel or sometimes feel. You know, I want people to understand that regardless of what you choose to do with your life, that I'm pretty much here for you. So if you are gay, I'm here with you. If you're straight, I'm here with you. If you're tall, I'm here with you. If you're short, I'm here with you. I pretty much am very accepting of people as a whole. The only thing I don't stand for is abuse. If you are hurting people in any way, shape, or form, that's something I don't stand behind. But if you are just living in your truth, or if you are a person who just wants to help people, or you're just living your life how you see fit, then by all means handle your business. That's how I look at things. So I'm gonna read you guys what it was that she wrote me, because this literally, like when I say I almost cried, I mean, I don't expect people to find me. I don't expect people to help me out. I don't expect anything from anyone. So for her to go out of her way to have sent me this message. Alright, so she wrote this to me on May 8th. I had screenshotted it, but I don't know where it is. So she said, "Hey, I know you might not remember me, but every time I see a post from you down my timeline, I can't help but think of the kind lady I ran into in New York City. My mom and I were in New York for 2 days before we headed out to Europe for my soccer world tournament. We were on the corner somewhere in Jamaica, Queens, not knowing what bus to take until we stumbled upon someone so generous as you. I think we still would have been lost for another hour, lol. Thank you for helping us and later connecting and friends on Facebook. You took an interest in us and commended me on my talent, and it stuck with me 2 years later. Thank you for being so kind and a part of my experience." Oh, I have goosebumps. Yeah, I get sappy. So basically what ended up happening was is that here's this girl. That day I was having a bad day. I had just saw the guy that I, was breaking up with. Well, if you want to call it that. Just saw the guy and we just parted ways, and like I was not in the space of happiness. But I was crossing the street and I saw them like just standing there staring around or whatever the case is, and I was just sitting there and I'm like, do you guys need help? Because you guys look a little lost. So I took my phone out and then gave directions, and then they got to their destination. Then they added me as a friend on Facebook and everything, pretty much that's how the story goes. Now during that time, I had just found out, all of the stuff that was going on with the tumor, but at the time we thought it was breast cancer. So I'm sitting there in my head, I'm like, okay, how am I gonna, fix my life and all this other extra stuff? But here I was, just a random person down the street, and I saw that they needed a little bit of help, and instead of me being selfish and being like, oh, I have my own stuff going on, I assisted them. And then the crazier story to that is that I saved the lady's life downstairs in the train station over on Parsons. If you've ever been to Queens, you know Parsons Boulevard, the train station, the one that connects you to the LIRR, is the stop before Jamaica. You go downstairs. If you're hopping on like the J, the E, the A, you know, all those trains or whatever, the J, the Z, and the E is downstairs. So after I just finished helping them, I had went to McDonald's, something that I don't normally do. I don't normally go to McDonald's, and if I do go to McDonald's, I don't just sit around. I literally sat at the McDonald's and I drank a sweet tea, and I had a McChicken, because I like McChickens with barbecue sauce. I know, weird, but it's what I like. So I had a McChicken with barbecue sauce and I had a sweet tea. That doesn't mean for me to just sit there and, you know, like wait on anybody or wait on anything, or, you know, like it's not a meal. So I could have left, but I sat there for a little bit. So I sat there for a little bit and I was just like literally just thinking. I didn't even think about the fact that, you know, I made them happy, or we were joking and I was telling them nothing to worry about, and I was so proud of her because of the fact that she was going. She just finished her freshman year of college, so I'm like beyond proud of her. Like, you guys have no idea. I was so proud of her then, and then like every so often when I see her on my feed, I get ecstatic because she's doing so well. Like, she's doing like phenomenal. So I just finished doing that. I went downstairs and I finished my sweet tea already. Like, I already finished eating and I already finished my sweet tea. Why was I still holding on to this cup? I have no idea. Normally, if, you know, I'll just throw it, you know, inside somebody's garbage someplace. But that day, for some odd reason, I just didn't. So I'm walking around and I have this cup, and then I'm standing behind the stairwell, and behind where in between the stairwell and the escalator. So I'm standing in the middle and I'm like, all right, you know, something told me to go to the back. So I walk all the way to the back. So I don't like getting on crowded trains or buses. I don't care if I'm gonna, like, I always leave early, but I don't care if I'm gonna be late, because I personally just don't like big crowds. Like, I can deal with a huge crowd, but I don't like feeling confined. I don't like being on the train and somebody bumping, you know, their stuff on my stuff. Like, that's I ain't here for it. So everybody had gotten out of the train and everybody was somewhat getting into the train, and all I heard was a thud. So by this time I'm already on the train and I hear a thud behind me where the doors were open at. This lady collapsed right there, like she was rolling towards the train. So like, say this is the train and this is the lady. She was right here, the train is right here. She's rolling in the direction of the train. So I hop out the train, jump over her, pull her over, and like, she's completely out cold, like complete. Everybody else is just walking over her, stepping over her, getting on the train, you know, handling their business and continuing on with their day. I'm sitting there and I'm fanning her. I'm just fanning her. I'm fanning her. I'm fanning her. She had her son with her, so I had her son play with my phone. I don't really have games on my phone, but that's one of the reasons why I have games on my phone now. So I let him play on the game on my phone. I sat him down. I carried his mom to the seat, ran all the way back upstairs, which is like 2 flights of steps, ran all the way upstairs, got the cops, told the ladies in the booth to basically call 911. A lady just passed out. I ran back downstairs. While she was coming to, I asked her all of her information. I asked her her name, her address, and if she had anybody that I could contact, what her phone was, what was her passcode, what was her address, you know, like basically just asked her all of the things that I knew that they were going to ask her going forward. So fast forward, the cops and the paramedics finally arrived, and she didn't want me to leave her. So of course I wasn't gonna leave her. So I didn't leave her, or whatever the case is. I just, you know, I stayed with her. Literally, it was probably like an hour, 2 hours that we were down there, and I stayed with her and I made sure that everything was good with her. Like, and then the cop was like, "Do you know her?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "So let me get this straight. You literally just missed your train so that you can. I was like, it doesn't matter. I was like, her life is more important than whatever it is that I had to go do. Like, it was way more important than anything else that I could have possibly have done that day. And I don't even remember what I had to do that day. And I was just like, I don't care. Like, that's what I'm supposed to do. You're supposed to help people when they're in need. You don't just leave them. You don't just turn your back on them. You don't just walk away and forget their existence. That's what you don't do. You see somebody in pain, you see somebody hurting, you assist. Any way that you can assist, you assist. So I had left my resume because I was using my resumes to fan her, and this is when I was looking for a job. So I've, you know, fanned her with the resumes, and then the resume that I writ everything on, they gave it to her. So she sent me a text message like the next day, and she started calling me her angel and all this other extra stuff. And you know, she was like, nobody has ever done anything for her, like, ever in life. And you know, like, we talked and we discussed stuff, and you know, I got to know her son and you know, everything like that. And this tea with tea is less about me bragging about the things that I've done in life, because trust me, the list is long. But it's more so to say, you never know who you're gonna help. How is it going to impact them? What ways it'll make them feel, you know? So it's like, I just wanted to spread a little bit of love and positivity, because I have been a bit negative lately as far as the social injustices that have been going on in the world. As you guys know, I'm a very, very vocal activist. You can follow my Facebook page. I'm gonna have the link down below to my Facebook. It just hurts me to see so much negativity and issues and problems, and it just hurts. Like, it really, and it genuinely just hurts, because it's like things that are just common, like things that should be common are not common, you know? And it's like huh, it's like, why? Like, if somebody wants to change who they are, why try to bring up their past? Especially if they're trying to be a good person. Or if somebody's black, why want to kill them just because they're black? Or if somebody's white, why make fun of them just because of you're angry? Or if somebody's Hispanic, why, you know, put them through those labor laws or lack thereof, or stereotypes? And you know, like, just let people be. Like, be kind to one another. Like, just be kind. It's not hard. It's not gonna cost you anything to be kind to one another. Nothing at all. Like, just be equal. If you're a man who feels like you've been wronged by a woman, stand up for yourself. If you're a woman who's been wronged by a man, stand up for yourself. But I just want people to respect other people's space and their decisions and what they do or what they don't do with their lives, because I don't project my fears on anybody, and I don't like when people try to project their fears onto me. And it's like, I just want people to help one another. Like, I know it's weird, I know it's crazy, I know it's whatever, but I guess it's just wishful thinking. I know we have a long ways to get there, but I think it's possible. I think it's possible. But yeah, I think I've rambled long enough in this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know some good things that have either happened to you or that you've done to other people in your lifetime. let's get the discussion going. I need some positive things to read. All right, bye guys.